Rachel Zegler is still in the mess of the upcoming Snow White live action remake from Disney. Now, it just keeps getting worse, and at the center of it all is still Rachel Zegler. Now, it feels like every time Disney tries to fix this mess, Rachel Zegler ends up in the spotlight, and not in a good way. Now, there's just so much to unpack here, from the box office predictions to the whole bizarre marketing choices, all of it revolving around Rachel Zegler, including what I reported yesterday. It's also like they can't figure out how to sell this movie without her becoming the controversy, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and get right into it. Now, we all remember the box office predictions and stuff, right? Now, this isn't coming from some, fringe source. Nah, this is coming straight from Deadline themselves, the mainstream media outlet for the woke left. Now, they got their numbers from Quorum, and those predictions were rough. And you have to wonder how much of that is tied, the backlash is tied back against Rachel Zegler. I mean, talking about an opening weekend of $63 to $70 million. That's terrible, okay? Especially for a movie that reportedly cost around $300 million to make, and with Rachel Zegler as the lead. Now, Disney was probably banking on her to bring in big numbers, but that's clearly not what's happening here. But think about it. I mean, it opens at $65 million. Disney only gets half of that because of the whole 50-50 split with theaters. That's $32.5 million for Disney on an opening weekend. That's it for a $300 million movie starring Rachel Zegler. I mean, who thought this was a good idea? How did they think that, this was going to work out? It took 3 or 4 years for this to make. It's bad. Like, really bad. And Rachel Zegler is caught right in the middle of it all. And then it just keeps getting worse and worse for Rachel Zegler. Now, apparently, Disney is just basically lightening Zegler's skin color on posters, like I showed you on yesterday's video, to make herself look whiter. Yes, they're literally trying to whiten Rachel Zegler as Snow White. Now, I can't believe I just said that. And here's the crazy part. When she was first cast, she made a big deal about how she wouldn't bleach her skin for the role, and it looks like Disney did it for her. Now, this must be really awkward for her right now, especially after what she said. And if that wasn't enough, they released an international trailer where they explain why she's called Snow White. Y'all ready for this? Because she was born during a snowstorm. That's it. Not because of her fair skin, which is literally the point of the original story. Nope, it's because she was born in a snowstorm. And this is all tied to Zegler's version of Snow White. They twisted the whole narrative just to fit Zegler into this role. It's mind-boggling. Now, they also dropped the behind-the-scenes featurette and stuff recently. Just a little harmless behind-the-scenes look and everything, right? Wrong. Now, people are tearing it apart, and Zegler is barely in it. Now, it's like they're trying to go ahead and minimize Zegler's presence, even though she's the lead, okay? Now, remember, she's the face of this movie, but she's almost missing from the marketing. It's like they don't know what to do with Rachel Zegler anymore, okay? And that's no surprise there, because they never knew what to do with anyone. And can you tell they're trying to so hard to make Zegler's character look fun and lighthearted, but it's not landing. It feels forced, and the comments, they're brutal. People are roasting Zegler left and right. And I went through like many comments and stuff, couldn't find a single positive one about Rachel Zegler. Not one. And it's brutal out there. I mean, seriously, I don't think I've ever seen a movie get this much hate before it's even released. And Rachel Zegler is at the center of it all. It's not the audience fault at all. Disney put out another trailer 6 days ago, and it got 2 million views with over 147,000 dislikes, only 6.2 thousand likes. And you know a lot about that backlash that's aimed at Rachel Zegler. Now, it's not just about the movie. It's about her portrayal of Snow White, thanks to Disney, okay? And it's not just the trailers. Their shorts are getting destroyed too. You see, the comments are relentless, and Zegler is catching so much heat. Now, one of my favorites was this dad trying to, was saying his daughters would rather see the Minecraft movie than this Snow White starring Rachel Zegler. And there's other people who watch other movies or just stay at home. And they even knew the Minecraft movie was meant more for boys, but they still rather see it. Now, if that doesn't tell you how bad this movie's reputation is, I don't know what will. But Rachel Zegler just isn't connecting with audiences the way Disney hoped. And this is all Disney's fault, not just Rachel Zegler's. And people are still calling out the decision not to use actual dwarfs in the movie. But but a lot of criticism circles right back to Zegler. She's the face of this project. People aren't, buying it. Those weird CGI creatures, they went with, instead of actual dwarfs, thanks to Peter Dinklage, they look terrible, okay? Terrifying. And people calling them nightmare fuel and everything. And they're not wrong. But even then, the focus shines back to Rachel Zegler because she's the one leading this version of Snow White. Rachel Zegler. Oh, and get this. People are trying to argue that Snow White's name has nothing to do with her skin color. Yes, I said that earlier. They're basically writing a fairy tale right now. Her name is literally Snow White because her skin is as white as snow. That's the whole point. But they changed that just to make it work with Rachel Zegler's version. And it's an absolute mess, okay? And this whole thing, I'm be honest, is turning into a train wreck in slow motion. And Rachel Zegler is right in the middle of it all. Disney just keeps getting roasted every turn, and it's glorious to watch, but they just can't catch a break. But it's their fault. Every new trailer, every new clip, every new poster, it all just makes things worse for Zegler. And honestly, I think this movie could end up losing over $150 million, maybe even $200 million if it really bombs. And that's just me being conservative right there. And it's wild to think that a Snow White movie, a remake of one of the most beloved Disney classics, could flop this hard. But here we are, and Zegler is at the center of it all. So, yeah, basically that's where we are right now. It's a total disaster, and Rachel Zegler is taking the brunt of the backlash. But I want to know what you think. Is this movie basically doomed, or do you think that Disney can somehow turn it around? And do you think that Rachel Zegler is getting a fair shake, or is she just caught up in Disney's mess? Let me know your thoughts about this in the comments below. I can't wait to hear your thoughts on Rachel Zegler and this entire Snow White disaster. So like I said, let me know your thoughts about this in the comments below. Be sure to subscribe to the channel, smash the like button in this video, subscribe to the channel, click the bell notification, so that way you'll be notified of future uploads and updates. Till then, peace.